Good morning subscribers, welcome to the daily pre-market analysis. Myself Brijesh Bhatia. Last week markets went on a bullish spree, but in the end though we saw huge volatility on the Thursday, which was the weekly expiry, Friday was slightly a muted session. This week the last week high will be a key important resistance. So if I start with the daily chart, if you look at this candlestick pattern, we saw the big shadow onto the downside when on the expiry day, when the expiry was on the higher side. Though the red candle, Friday we saw a narrow range momentum onto the daily chart. So last week high will be very important, which is 17,474. So 17,500 taking as a psychological hurdle will be a very important level. So keep a watch on these for the this week, and remember this is a truncated week, though we have a holiday tomorrow, which will be a very important. If I just look at the hourly chart, as I have highlighted previously as well, so this band will be a key resistance area for the week, while if I look at this band where the shadow is there, will act as a major support. So I believe probably this week we may see 17,100, 17,085 to the downside to 17,500 range, a broadly range. Till either side is not taken out, I think we may play for a couple of days onto the range bound session. So keep a watch on 17,500. Bank Nifty on a similar levels. If I just look at the structure is still bullish, but I'm expecting a slight a downtick to test the breakout level. So because the reason, look at the rejection at the higher levels over here. So if I just look at the hourly chart, we saw a shooting star followed by a bearish candlestick, follow up selling. We are witnessing a bearish harami again onto the higher level. So I believe probably this gap area will be a key to retest in the coming week, which is around 37,000 levels. So keep a watch on Bank Nifty. Yes, the overall trend seems very bullish, because if I just look at the daily chart, we have broken out of the trend line over here. So yes, the broader range remains bullish, but probably we may see a retest of breakout before heading higher towards 38,500, 39,000 levels in the coming weeks to go. One chart which you have to look for this week is the pharma index, and if I just look at the daily chart, we have seen a rejection at 200 weekly exponential moving average onto the pharma index. So it will be very important this week. If it fails to cross 13,100 levels, 13,150 levels, we closed at 12,939 onto the pharma index, and if this rejection is where the bearish momentum continues, look at the structure over here. If I look at after the bearish breakdown, we saw a rejection over here, we saw a rejection over here, again there was a pullback, we saw a rejection over here. So again there is a possibility that if this rejection continue, we may see a bearish momentum continuing into the pharma index. And as you know, if I have done a video as well to avoid the pharma index, comparing, if I just look at the Nifty performance, the pharma index comparing with the Nifty performance, they are at the underperforming level. So there is a breakdown into the triangle structure, the descending triangle structure has been retested. So I believe pharma index could continue, and it is not a good time to invest into the pharma index, though there could be a trading bet you can look at for 5-7% here and there. But for as an investor, I would avoid definitely pharma index as of now, and it is slightly underperforming against the broader index. So keep a watch. If I just even look at the broader picture over here, it has been trending below the previous resistance as well, which indicates that pharma is hugely underperforming against the Nifty 50. So avoid pharma index. And again, as I said, this week pharma bearish momentum can continue, because we have seen a rejection of 200 days exponential moving average over here and downward journey. So you can look for a short opportunity in the pharma stocks when the markets are looking slightly downward. As I said, we may see 17,100, 17,085 to 17,500 as a range this week, being into a truncated week. So have a profitable day and keep a watch on the pharma index this week. Signing off, Brijesh Bhatia.